This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, it's a lovely day for a parade in Tamaqua. We have details on the popular Halloween event next. Good evening and thank you for joining us at FYI. I'm Ken Cara. Here's your local information from FYI and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Time is running out for the State House of Representatives to act on legislation that would toughen animal abuse laws in Pennsylvania. Tomorrow is the last day for the House to vote on House Bill 869. The bill passed the Senate last week. If approved, it would go directly to the governor for his signature. Some lawmakers who support the tougher laws are asking residents to contact their lawmakers and encourage its passage. A special ceremony will take place tomorrow to commemorate the 150th anniversary of the Hazleton Standard Speaker. Congressman Lou Barletta, State Senator John Udechak, State Representative Tara Toohill, Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassat, and other dignitaries will take part in the ceremony. It will take place at 10 a.m. on the front steps of the Standard Speaker at 21 North Wyoming Street in Hazleton. If it rains, the ceremony will be moved indoors. The program continues a year-long celebration for our media partner, the Standard Speaker. The City of Hazleton has been awarded $217,000 in state grants to help fund 2 park projects. The grants will help with Phase 2 of the new Center City Park at the corner of Broad and Laurel Streets in downtown Hazleton. This is an artist's rendering of what the project might look like. The grant money will also help to fund improvements at the Ott Miller Playground in Hazleton. In a little less than 2 hours, a major Halloween event will get underway in the borough of Tamaqua. Lisa Sugart has more.
Tonight, I'm pleased to welcome to our studios for the very first time Brian Keek. He is the president of the Tamaqua Lions Club, and he's a little busy because in just a little bit, they're going to be kicking off a major parade in the borough of Tamaqua, the annual Halloween parade. So everything all set to go?
We're just ready. It's a lot of confusion and chaos the day of, but we'll be able to make it somehow or the other. It always turns out great. We have a lot of great help and a lot of support from the local community, especially people such as the Tamaqua Wireless Club, the Tamaqua Fire Police, and all the businesses that sponsor the parade, as well as donate their lot space and things like that to help us line up.
Now, of course, we have all the little trick-or-treaters going down the street, everybody in costume, but you told me you have great floats as well.
Oh, absolutely. We have over 100 floats that are involved in the parade with anywhere from 10 to 15 kids on each float, and I'd say there's probably about 10,000 pounds of candy that come out. I might exaggerate a little, but it's quite an event, and we really fill the streets of Tamaqua. We probably double the population in the community for just that one night in those couple hours.
Why is it so important for the Lions Club to be involved with this?
For me, it's a tradition that I've always grown up with. Since I've been a young child, I've been to this parade every single year. It's a thing that I just would love to continue and keep seeing every year because I was always excited for the end of the year when I know Halloween's coming and we're going to get a bunch of extra candy to get started early. So it's really a traditional thing. And the Lions Club, we like to be a part of the community. We want to be a known face in the community. Just something we love doing.
And you're hoping that maybe somebody watching right now would like to be a member and join the group as well.
Absolutely. We're always looking for new members, people looking to help out with the community. Everything we raise goes back to the community. We have regular monthly meetings, both the second and fourth Tuesday of the month at the West Penn Rod and Gun Club at 6. If anybody would be interested to join, feel free to contact me. You can contact the station. They have my phone information here, and I'd be more than happy to get involved, and I'm always looking for more involvement because the more money we get in, the more people we have, the better things we can do for the community, and that's really what we're looking to make it better for where we live.
All right, and one last thing, you told me you do have a fundraiser starting.
Yes, actually it's our largest fundraiser of the year. It's the annual lottery calendar that we have, and there's prizes available from $25 to $100 that we do for the whole entire year. And that funds the biggest donations we make. We help out things like the Tamaqua Fire Police, the Community Arts Center, and we also give eyeglasses to the needy. That's one of the other biggest fundraisers that we do. But yeah, if anybody enjoys playing in the lottery and taking a chance, you win some money. It's one lottery ticket for the whole year long. You can see any member to come and join in the fun.
All righty, a lot of things happening in Tamaqua, especially involving the Tamaqua Lions Club. Remember, that parade kicks off tonight at 7 o'clock. We want everybody out there to line the streets so that they can have a really good celebration. So we hope to see you there.
Tomorrow night is Malloween at the Laurel Mall. Mall merchants will be handing out candy to all the little trick-or-treaters tomorrow starting at 6 p.m. SSPTV will also be there with goodies for the kids, and the girls will also be taping a special Halloween episode. So we'll see you tomorrow night at the Laurel Mall. Still to come on FYI, our first outdoor adventure segment is about bears, and I can't tell you how excited I am about that Bears roll. In sports, we'll take you to an interesting tennis matchup between two teammates for a district championship.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, welcome to the very first episode of Outdoor Exploring with Kent Jackson, here to take us into the outdoors. And Kent, today you told us you want to talk about bears. We've been hearing a lot about them, seeing a lot of them on social media, people having encounters. So have you come across bears in your travels?
Yeah, one of the reasons I wanted to talk about them is I saw one it was May 25th. I wasn't looking for bears. I was riding my bicycle near Beaverbrook. I was actually trying to find the playground to take a picture of it for the newspaper. It was about lunchtime. And as I'm going along a trail, a bear that had been off in the woods but low enough that I didn't see it just burst out on the trail and ran way ahead of me. And it was so fast, yet so big. It was just an awesome experience to see the combination of speed and power. It would be like an NFL linebacker couldn't do what this bear did. After that, it ducked into some cover, I'd say 75 yards away from me. So it was far enough I felt not scared. I was, like I said, more thrilled than scared. And I pulled out my camera, took some pictures of the bear. Then it started to walk toward me. And I thought, oh, that's not so good an idea. So that's when I rode away. Now, after that, I checked with the people at the Game Commission, Bill Williams, who's from the Dallas office, and Bill told me that I shouldn't have ridden away. It's nice when you encounter a bear just to keep facing it. They might mistake you as prey if you run away or, in my case, bicycle away. And even on foot, if you're Usain Bolt, you can't outrun a bear. No, none of us can. So you've got to be smart rather than fast. And that's one advice. Walk away, keep facing the bear, walk back slowly. It helps to talk. That way the bear recognizes you as a human, and like it did when it first saw me, it knew it doesn't want to be around humans, and it took off. But that leads into what you had said. People are posting sightings that they've had of bears, either with their trail cameras or right in their backyards, out in their hikes. And one of the reasons that's happening is bears are so much more common now than they were even a generation ago in Pennsylvania. I think it's accurate to say that if you'd come over here as a colonial settler in Pennsylvania when we were really forested and there were no towns, you wouldn't have seen as many bears as you do now.
Wow, what do you think is attracting them all? Do you think it's our garbage cans outside our house and everything that they're all coming to look for food?
Yeah, that's all part of housekeeping. There are things you can do to keep bears from becoming a nuisance. But the growth of bears, as the Game Commission tells the story, and we'll have a story about this on November 6th in the wildlife page of our newspaper. 30 years ago, the bear population was about 5,000, and within a generation it hit 15,000 bears. Now there are about 20,000 bears in the state. And one thing that the Game Commission did in the middle 70s, they stopped hunting for 3 years, so that let the bear population grow without being thinned out by the hunters. Then they started telling hunters, instead of just buying a general hunting license to go hunt bears, you have to buy a separate bear license for extra money. So we went from having 250,000 hunters to around 100,000 hunters in 1980, and that also gave the bears more relief, and they started to grow. The Game Commission also started to trap bears and move them to counties where they weren't so numerous so they could get established. So those things have helped grow the population, and now that they're here, we have good forests, which is what they like. They eat many things, from berries and soft fruits in the summer to the nuts and acorns in the fall when they're getting ready and adding weight to hibernate. So it's a good place for them to live, And because it's a healthy place, the bears tend to have larger litters, 3 and 4 cubs instead of 1 or 2, compared to other states where the food isn't as abundant. And so that's all factored into the growth.
Wow, well, some great advice today. Glad that the bear didn't hunt you down after you
I'm
came face to face
also
with
glad
it.
of that. I'm here to tell about it.
And people can follow you at the Standard Speaker too with your outdoor stories, so when can they see those?
They're on every Sunday in the back of the sports section, the wildlife page.
All right, Ken Jackson here on FYI and at the Standard Speaker. Stay tuned each week for more exciting outdoor adventures.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
And here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Spoiler alert, we may see snow on Wednesday, but let's start with tonight. Partly cloudy, low of 29 degrees, northwest winds 7 to 10 miles per hour. We may see wind gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. Wednesday is mostly sunny, high near 43 degrees. Wednesday night, 50% chance of rain and snow after 2 a.m. It will be cloudy, low of 33 degrees, new snow accumulation of less than a ½ inch possible. Thursday, rain mainly after 8 a.m., high near 49 degrees. Thursday night, showers likely again, mainly before 2 a.m., mostly cloudy, low of 38. On Friday, we have a 30% chance of showers before 8 a.m., partly sunny with a high in the upper 40s. Friday night, mostly cloudy, low in the mid-30s. Saturday, 40% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, high in the lower 50s. And then Saturday night, mostly cloudy, our low is 42 degrees.
Well, the Halloween season is upon us, and that means many people dressing up in costume or painting their face or coloring their hair or doing all kind of interesting things to make unique costumes. So we thought we would bring in Dr. Steven Schleicher, who is a dermatologist and also the host of Skin Sense right here on SSPTV, to give us some advice, because there can be problems from this makeup and hairsprays and different things we use on small children and adults alike.
Absolutely. And of course, my suggestion is don't dress up as a clown. Okay, number one suggestion. But other than that, yes, we do worry about certain things like something called contact dermatitis, where you're actually allergic to an ingredient in a certain product. Okay, and many people are allergic to, say, perfumes, to colognes, and they develop a rash. Same thing can happen with what you're using for Halloween. So you have to be careful, look for signs of an allergy. What are they? Well, they're redness, okay, they can be blistering. And of course, if you experience these, you take the makeup off right away. One of the problems is allergies sometimes take a couple of repeated applications, which can be good and bad, because with Halloween, you may only use it once and that's the end of it. So it may not be till a year from now or then that you reapply it and then you develop the rash. So those are the things you definitely look for.
And we were talking earlier too, and you said some of these things contain definite toxins in them, which are dangerous to small children.
That is correct. And it's something we have to worry about are products made overseas. Okay, we don't know where a lot of these products are made. A lot of them are made, as Trump would say, in China and Korea. And some of these products have impurities, which have been documented. And what are these impurities? Well, they may contain zinc, they may contain lead, they may contain even arsenic. Okay, so you don't want little kids around these products unsupervised, because what do little kids do? They like to taste them. And you know, they may eat them, and they have toxic chemicals in them, so that's not good. Okay, so you have to worry about that.
You brought a photo of a really bad reaction. Hopefully, have you ever seen anything like this in your office?
Well, you see reactions to that. Not so much to Halloween, because again, you're only using it for a limited time. But yeah, you see reactions to, say, shaving cream, say acne medicines, okay? An individual is applying a product for acne and then 2 weeks later develops a severe rash because they're allergic to it. We've seen some weird contacts. We see guys actually allergic to girlfriends or wives' colognes or perfumes. Okay, so they can't understand what they're allergic to. Well, obviously, when they're close to their wife or girlfriend, they become exposed to this product and they start developing rashes on their faces. So it takes a little bit of detective work sometimes to figure out.
And even some of the masks or the materials, like if we're a Spider-Man or something like that, we can have a reaction to what's in the material itself.
Right, you can have a reaction to clothes, and one of the things that's added to clothes, especially new clothes, is something called formaldehyde, okay, as a preservative, as a straightening agent. And yeah, it's theoretically possible that this has been added to a mask, And then when you come in contact with that product, you're allergic to that chemical, and then you develop a rash.
Wow. Should we do a taste? Taste test. Should we do a skin test before we use things, especially on small children, or just what do we do?
Well, normally we don't. But if you have a kid who, let's say he is hyper or she is hyperallergic to a product, just as they recommend with hair dyes, where you test a little bit somewhere on your arm, it's probably not a bad idea, because we have some kids who are just virtually allergic. And we've all heard of peanut allergies and whatever, but some kids are just virtually allergic to everything. And those are the kids that we are concerned about the most. And yeah, if you can, yes, just test them for 2 or 3 days, put a little bit on their hand, and see if they develop a reaction. If they do, they develop redness, they develop a blister, by all means, don't use that product.
Well, thank you very much. Some very interesting advice to keep everyone safe while they're going out trick-or-treating this Halloween season.
And now your midday winning lottery numbers on FYI. Pick 2, 6, 8, pick 3, 2, 6, 8, pick 4, 5, 8, 5, 4, and pick 5, 6, 3, 1, 1, 4. All right, here's our home of the week. This beautiful log chalet located at 5 Fernwood Circle in Eagle Rock Resort has a gorgeous view of 2 ponds and the golf course near the ski slopes. This 7-bedroom, 5-bath, 3-story has over 5,400 square feet of living space. For a tour, call Nancy at 570-384-1361. When we come back on FYI, it's more medals for the Hazleton area Lady Cougar tennis team. We'll be right back.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
History was made at the Hazleton Area High School on Monday when Stephanie Mazurek won the first ever District 2 singles gold medal for the school in tennis. She beat her teammate and her partner in the upcoming state doubles tournament, Lily Nowak, in a great match that was intense on the court and interesting in the stands. At first it seemed like practice, or just 2 friends hitting a few balls on a fall evening, but this match was for the District 2 AAA Championship. Hazleton area's number 2 singles player Lily Nowak was the number 7 seed in the District 2/4 AAA tournament. She lost in the semifinals to the number 1 seed Amanda Southard from Williamsport out of District 4. Southard then beat Hazleton area's number 1 singles player Stephanie Mazurek in the final, so that set up an all Hazleton area District 2 championship at their home court. This is the Lady Cougars' number 3 singles player, Sophia Lawson, cheering on her teammates during the match.
Good playing, girls. Good job.
Who are you rooting for?
Oh, you know I can't answer that. I wanted both of them to win, but unfortunately there's only one winner. But I mean, I'm so proud of both of them. It's unreal.
Last week, the Lady Cougar team captured their 2nd straight Wyoming Valley Conference crown by beating Holy Redeemer.
Oh my gosh, it was so amazing to have to play them again. And obviously I had a very tough match that day, and it came down to me, and just the feeling of being conference champs for the 2nd year in a row, it's so exhilarating, and it was just awesome.
Earlier last week, before that Holy Redeemer match, Mazurek and Nowak celebrated the school's first doubles sub-regional championship together, and they earned a trip to states as a team. Regardless of who won this match, the Lady Cougar program was going to pick up 2 more district medals. What was it like watching it?
Oh, it was a nail biter. They're both just outstanding players. This is the first time they've played each other all season. Last year they kind of challenged one another a little bit, and this year was the first time coming out challenging one another and playing for the District 2 title. So it was a little nail-biting, nerve-wracking, but I knew it was going to be a close match and a good match. Mazurek
won a highly contested first set 7-5. In the second set, Nowak banged up her knee, diving to make a play. As they waited for the athletic trainer, it was Mazurek who jumped into action.
I wouldn't want to see her get hurt. I mean, she's my friend, she's my doubles partner, and she's a nice person. I know if she had a nice pack, she would give it to me, so I wanted to do the same for her.
Nowak battled on, and when it seemed like Mazurek would cruise to the championship in the second set, the sophomore stepped it up.
Yeah, when I was losing 4-3 to come back and win 4 games, it really brought up my confidence a lot. But once the set, I lost a few points, and what are you going to do? But I mean, still, I had an amazing run, I think.
Lily stormed back there for a little bit. She hits the ball pretty hard. How did you kind of recompose yourself to finish this thing out?
I stuck to my game, and I tried to stay steady even when she was getting ahead, and think how hard I've worked through the year to motivate me to continue playing my game and come back.
Missouri won the second set 6-4. After the match, there were a lot of hugs and pizza for the District 2 gold medalist and the silver medalist.
Well, we had a feeling that we would play each other, and we never really thought that we'd make it in the finals, but it was definitely a thought in our heads that we would come to play each other. Steph and I, we had a wonderful match. I could have won, but I couldn't have asked for a better time playing. Steph's a really good player.
The next time Nowak and Missouri step on the court, it will be as a team as they get ready for the state doubles championships in Hershey. Another Lady Cougar team is looking to make history. The field hockey team will get their shot on Wednesday afternoon. Malia Holtz scored in the second half to boost Hazleton area into the District 2 AAA title game against Lackawanna Trail. If they win, it will be the first district title in school history in field hockey. Margaret Fulton had 7 saves in her 6th shutout of the year. The Hazleton area boys water polo team finished 4th at the Central Conference Championships, and that means they will play in the state play-in game next Tuesday. The girls finished 5th at the championships and will not move on, but it was a good season. The Penn State Hazleton women's soccer team won 2 in a row to move to 4-6 in their inaugural season. The Penn State Hazleton men will be the number 3 seed in the upcoming Penn State University Athletic Conference tournament. They shut out PSU Mont Alto. In high school girls soccer, Elk Lake beat the MMI girls in the District 2 Single A playoffs, and in girls volleyball, Wyoming Valley West beat Hazleton area. That, my friends, is the FYI Standard Speaker scoreboard. Game 1 of the World Series is tonight, Cubs versus Indians. We'll have reaction from Joe Madden tomorrow on the Sportscast. Stop in Bottlenecks on Tuesday for their traditional bone-in wing night. 50 cents a wing. Add a small order of fries for only $1.50.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, Hazleton Area High School will be hosting a free financial aid workshop Saturday, October 29th at 9:30 a.m. in the school's library. District high school students and parents are encouraged to attend this information session to get a better understanding of the student aid process and how to best begin planning to fund their higher education. For more information, please call 570-459-3221. And finally, a book signing featuring author Anne Jakowski-Lavoie will be held from noon to 2 p.m. on October 27th at the Shenandoah Area Free Public Library. The book is about Shenandoah's first 100 years. For info, just call 570-462-2060. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Paul T. Lamont, Jr. of Allentown. Services are Friday at 11 a.m. at the Zentz Community of Fellowship Villa. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. David H. Morey, Sr. of Drums. Funeral is Thursday at 11 a.m. at the Dan Joel Steigel Memorial Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. and Thursday from 9:30 to 10:45 a.m. August J. Rouse IV of Jim Thorpe. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. Patricia Petrovich Galade of Hazleton. Funeral is Wednesday at 7 p.m. from the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 5 to 7 p.m. Teresa G. Tomeno of McAdoo. Funeral is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Grace A. Boyce, formerly of Freeland. Funeral is Thursday at 9 a.m. from the McNulty Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Albert Lipinski, Sr. of Whitting, New Jersey. Funeral is Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Damiano Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. And Michelle K. Cannon of Coaldale. Mass is Thursday at 11 a.m. at the St. Joseph's Parish of the Panther Valley Church. Friends may call Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the E. Franklin Griffiths Funeral Home.
Good luck to Joe Madden and the Cubs in game number 1 of the World Series. Remember, we'll have reaction from him tomorrow. Plus, on Dave Day, Dave Seaman will talk about his big pick on Friday, that Penn State would beat Ohio State. It's crazy. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.